Michael, are you disappointed the Cowboys didn't make a trade yesterday?
Not really. Not really. Not as disappointed as a lot of people talking about everybody made a trade except the Cowboys. The Cowboys did make a trade. They got the big guy for the middle of defense. But I understand what everybody's saying. You start looking around and you see the Eagles. That's really what they worry about. The Eagles getting Robert Quinn. Well, who did we get? Right. Yeah, that's really what they're worried about. And where do you say the Cowboys go? I would have liked to see. I've seen them, if they had gotten maybe another receiver to help out. But I think they'll be okay in that department. I really do think they'll be okay. Dan Orlovsky, I got to give him credit. He and I was talking about some things that we really liked in the game this week, and it featured a lot of those 13 sets with 3 tight ends in, and giving that opportunity. We wanted to bring in another receiver, but you bring in that 3 tight end set. Now we could become even with Tony Pollard, kind of a power running game. Now you can put the power with the 3 tight ends and still have the explosiveness of Tony Pollard that we saw Sunday. So yeah. I wish they would have. If they did, now I'm still fine, but I think they're still good with where they are.
Where do you stand in the whole Zeke versus Pollard debate?
Listen, I had to deal with this all day on First Take yesterday. Then I had to deal with it last night on Inside the NFL. And I want us to be careful here. And I told them, everybody out here, they always try to put these viruses in our computers. Oh, no, let's go start Tony Pollard. Come on, Sean, you guys know more than anybody knows. There has to be a harmony in the locker room. If you ain't got no damn harmony in the locker room, you don't have anything. And you will certainly break down the harmony of this team when Dak and Zeke came in together. These are boys. These are ride and die boys. I'm sure Dak don't want Tony Pollard to start, and what that may do to Zeke, and Zeke and Tony Pollard are close. I don't even know if Tony Pollard would want to start over Zeke and mess up the whole flow in that locker room. Tony Pollard got 14 carries and went for 131 yards, and I couldn't win. That's why I made him my top playmaker, even over Derrick Henry, who had 200 yards. And they just say, just a digression. That makes everybody so mad.
I know.
When I do stuff like
we
that.
Played it.
Hey, it ain't me hot. I say it's my playmaker. That ain't yours. It's mine. I don't want to hear that noise you talk. And Derrick Henry, not that he's a bad boy, but he had 30 carries to get that from 200. I got 130. I got 130 yards out of 14 carries. If I do the math and I give you 15 more, yeah, you got you about 260. That's good. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I left that. But that junk be funny, man. I just love it. But to that, I don't think Pollard would want to even destroy the chemistry and the makeup they have in that locker room. We're not going to give him 30 carries. So he doesn't have to be starting the game. All of that is to disrupt what we have going. And we have to be careful not to let that virus in our computer.
Mike, Zeke's not the same guy that he was 6 years ago. I mean, no running back.
No doubt. Nobody's questioning that. Nobody's questioning
that. Right. How much, I think, weight do you think his name still carries from a fear standpoint among the rest of the league? The players and the coach, do the coaches still game plan against him?
Stop. You talking about how much weight his name still carries. How much? Ain't no man you going to talk to in the NFL that will tell you they want to run into Zeke. That's the weight the NFL carries. Don't be fooled. You want a physical football team. You want people to come out and say, hey, this team is physical. Mm-hmm. What I tell you about San Francisco last year, why did I not want to see San Francisco? I say, no, that team's too physical. We want people saying that about us, and you would not get it with Tony Pollard. They going to talk about him being explosive. Explosive is good, but you will not get it. You want teams to say, boy, they physical. And now what's going to happen? They're scared of physicalness. They're going to put more people in the box. And now we can get some plays up the field. That's what I'm talking about right there. Explosiveness is dangerous. It's dangerous, but it's not feared as much as physicalness in the NFL. And you want that physicalness, man. I'm telling you, we need it. We need it.
Ooh,
we need it.
I was about to pick a fight with him until that answer. That was I like the explanation, but
because we think Debo's explosive. No, Debo's physical. Look at the size of that butt.
Oh my!
Thank you.
He's got a huge butt, man. I know you look at that.
See that play he made a couple of weeks ago before he got hurt? Who was that? Rams? Was that just the Rams? I mean, hey, that dude, he caught the ball. They had him tackled. He stepped right out of that tackle, and it almost looked like nobody even really want to catch him because they know if they catch him, they got to hit him, and he gonna hit you before you hit him. See, that kind of stuff. You want people. We think football players don't endure fear. Don't endure fear. Every play, you got to conjure up your courage. And when you got to conjure up your courage, and you go down there, you see Zeke coming, and you don't watch film of Zeke. You don't see Zeke falling backwards. You don't see Zeke falling backwards. These two men coming straight at each other, and everybody he hits goes backwards. That lays on you, man. That lays on you, and that demoralizes a team. And you want that. And this, both of these can be true. We can still start Zeke and get Tony Pollard his 15 touches because we're 8-0 when he has 15 touches. And we're 37 points a game when he has 15 touches. We can still do the same. It's only 15. We're going to still have enough rushes in there for Zeke and somebody else.
Michael Irvin, the playmaker on the Diamond Factory hotline. So handicap this thing at the midway point. Cowboys in the NFC and the Cowboys in the NFL as a contender. What does it look like to you?
Well, you come down top to bottom in the NFC, it's definitely, you got to get Philly. They're not on being the top team right now. That move San Fran just made scares me because they always had the physicalness.
McCaffrey?
Now, that McCaffrey move, now they just got the explosiveness, and they've always had some explosives too. But they also got, I'm worried about Garoppolo. I was like, Garoppolo going to give us something. Garoppolo give us something. Because he's going to hear the rumblings of, man, he's just dumping these balls off. He had to go upfield. And
game
then when
manager,
he goes upfield,
bus driver, game manager.
Right. And he hears all of that jump. Then he's going to try to go down the field with stuff. It's going to force him. It's going to make him, I got to get these people on. He'll go up the field, and then he's going to throw an interception. That's what I always say about Garoppolo when he goes up. But now that he's got McCaffrey, he doesn't feel forced to go downfield. So he can dump that ball off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey's going to make a play. And I'm going to tell y'all something. That catch he made in the corner end zone, I told you this before, that was an incredible catch for a running back. A running back can't track footballs like that. Yeah. He tracked that football and snapped it out the air. That was a perfect fit for them to get Christian McCaffrey, and that worries me. But it's those three teams in the NFC right now. It's Philly, San Fran, Dallas, and then probably Minnesota coming in.
What do guys really do during the bye week? Like, what type of plans did you make during the bye?
We can't discuss all those.
Oh my gosh! Next question.
No. You know how Jimmy was, man. Jimmy ain't give us no real bye. Jimmy was old. Jimmy was a dud head, man. Jimmy ain't listen, man. Y'all get out here, don't do anything. He gave us a couple of days, but he made it sporadic. We'll give you a day here, a day there, then we're going to come back and do this. Give you a day here, a day there, and then come back. Never just gave you the whole week. These guys get the whole week off. I guess I better say thank you to Jimmy for not doing that. Hey, when I was talking about it, I started thinking about it. Then I said, you know what? He did what was best. That was best. He did what was best for us back then.
Well, y'all had 2 bye weeks that one year, didn't you?
Yeah, 1 year. We were Super Bowl, yeah. What do you mean 2 bye weeks?
No, there was that one season where there was 2 bye weeks in the league. I can't remember what year it was. It may have been.
Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah, and I didn't like that either.
Hey, you mentioned Orlovsky. Who was cool? Who has gained your respect over there? Who's really impressed you at ESPN?
So I like all those dudes, man. I really do. I have so much fun with Dan. And when you're going over to another place like that, you guys got to understand, like that first year, I took this like I would take coming into a football team. You know, all the guys that are over there, I don't want to come over there and disrupt what they're doing. I want to come over there and try to add to it. You know, so you get to know people, you try to talk to people, and you try to move in. You know, I always told Dan and Ryan, you ever watch them do that touchscreen thing they do together? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's so good.
Orlovsky's really good at that.
Yeah. Most quarterbacks, Kurt's good at it too, because the quarterbacks are really giving us a peek into those quarterback meetings. And I used to go into them sometime with Troy Noor, and I've always found them fascinating because there's so much. You see so much like, darn, this is really organized mess. There's so much going on, but it's really all organized and well thought of. It's real brilliant stuff going on. So Dan does a great job with it. But yeah, I wanted to win those guys over, and so I get along with all of them. I get along with all of them real great. And Ryan now, I got Ryan with my playmakers, and we just have so much fun. And that little 3-minute segment, we be blowing out. We be so tired having fun, you know. And we don't practice any of that. It just comes together. He doesn't even know where I'm going. He doesn't even know where I'm going. He just gets there and hype it up, man. I told him the other day, I said, man, that's so fun, man. It's just fun to be able to do stuff like that.
Are you going to pay Elon Musk to keep the blue check mark?
Yeah, I'll give him $1 for that.
It's not $1.
Oh, it's like $8 or $10 now.
It's $8 a month.
It's $80. Come on, man. That was one night over there. That was 3 dances. Come on, man.
I think it's 4, actually. I think it's 4.
Oh, 4 dances.
I think it's 4, Mike.
Not if you include the tips. Now, you need to do that. Right?
Yes, that's all you're tipping. $2. $2
See,
Man.
I'll give him $2.50 each.
Man.
So now you don't want the blue mark. No, man, I need them extra 3 days. I'm not doing that. What are we talking about here? That's what I'm saying.
Hey, you don't want to be with us at a strip club. I will only sit in the middle. I don't want them talking to me. And then RJ, I mean, he straight shuts it down. Yep. He's like Mutombo in there.
Yeah, I'm like, nope, not interested. See ya.
Yeah, he's cold about it, man.
Why are you going? Why are you going?
Great point. Great point.
When I used to go, I would say, why are you in here? Why did you come in here if you're not going to do anything? You know, these people are trying to work in here. That's all. It's just a job. They're trying to work. You know what I'm saying? You got to participate in the process, in the whole whole thing, how this whole thing works. You got to throw some dollars. That's what they call it. So you got to participate. When I used to be there, I used to participate. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Mike. Gold as always. Appreciate it. Stay out of trouble. Bye week and the club. Man.
Yeah.
The bye week.
Y'all funny, man. Y'all funny.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. All right.